Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. We are doing a Survivor 41 draft, kind of. We already did the draft, but now we're going to talk about the draft.
Let's do a cast analysis and deep dive.
Yes.
Because now we know them.
Right, exactly. There we go.
We'll explain it more in a minute. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And you can support us on Patreon at the link on the screen, patreon.com/nerdtainment. Click it in the description. Join us over there.
Yeah. You guys, we could not do a draft.
Couldn't possibly.
We couldn't live stream it. But we, of course, had to do a draft with Elaine again, our best friend, Elaine.
Yes.
From 39.
That's what I meant. We couldn't possibly do a draft without Elaine. That's what
we can't do it without Elaine, and she was not available to stream it. So we did draft our own players, but now we finally have Elaine here to talk about it. So let's get her in here. Everybody say hello to Elaine.
Hello, hello.
I put her on a pillow.
It's Elaine and Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy. She's making her first screen debut.
Yay!
Dude, I apologize for not being available. I was actually, I think I was on vacation, so
it's all good.
I was super busy. So now we can get into it a little bit.
Yes, we're
That's
thrilled
right.
You're back.
You were
Thank you for joining
living
us.
your best life. We can't
Exactly.
blame you.
Exactly. I
Super
literally
busy.
traveled. I went to DC, the Jersey Shore, and then to New York. And the big city is way different than what I'm used to. But it was so much fun. We had such a good time.
That's awesome. Was it your first time in New York, or you've been before?
Yeah, first time. So
Oh,
wow.
yeah, the biscuit went to the Big Apple. It was exciting. Dude, listen, I ate pizza. I literally ate pizza every single day. And my wife was like, we should get matching tattoos. I was like, all right, let's get pizza slices.
Pizza.
So I got a pizza
You
slice.
did not. Oh my God.
Yeah. We got pizza slice tattoos. Like, who does
I'm
that?
obsessed with that.
Who does that is right.
Who does
That's
that?
amazing.
Well, she was looking like through all the tattoos and stuff. She's like, "Oh, this one's cute," and I was like, "Yo, we should totally do a pizza slice." My only regret is I should have got the whole pizza, and she should have just got a slice.
That's
Yeah.
really cute. You know, like when best friends have like two sides of a heart or whatever.
Yeah,
you
but
could have the
instead
whole
I
pizza with
just
one
got an
slice
old
missing.
my own crusty slice. That's all I got. I didn't put ointment on it, so it looks 7 days old. I don't know.
Oh,
It's all
I'm sure it'll
crusted.
heal.
No, it's all crusted up. I done messed it up, scrubbed on it.
oh no.
Yeah, I swear, if you look real close, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, it does look a little.
All the pepperonis done fell off the son
Yeah.
bitch. I don't know.
Oh
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't take care of it. Like I
no.
forgot about it, and I forgot
Yeah.
to put stuff on it. So
You got to put all that ointment on it.
Does
Yeah.
your wife's look better?
no,
Did she
her
take care
looks
of-
looks so good. Mine looks so janky.
Oh yeah.
But it's okay. I'll just I don't know. Rotten pizza is what I got on my arm. So it's
Yeah,
all-
right.
Look,
One of a
give,
kind.
So
the,
this
give
is-
the character.
no. So listen, if you ever get a tattoo, take care of it because
Yeah.
it'll turn out like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all crusted up. I don't
That's
know. But
gonna. that
anyway,
probably
it was
is
fun.
hard having it right there because sometimes
Well-
like people can wrap up their arm and you don't. But you're like you're always moving it and using it, right?
Well, my wife took care of hers. She put lotion on it, and I'm like, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
But now the skin's all coming off. It's all falling apart. I don't know what happened.
I
But I'll
remember
just
when
get
I
it
got
redone.
I got a tattoo on my ankle, and it like kind of, you're right, it's like a scab that falls off. I thought the tattoo was falling off. I was like, what did I do wrong? But it's just like that upper layer of
Well,
skin. So I think it's all gonna work out
yesterday
fine.
was the first day I actually put some moisturizer on it since I got it a week ago. So I think that kind of messed it up. But that's all right. It's just another one
right.
of those stories I got to tell the grandkids. You know what I mean? It's
That's
like,
right.
oh, look at this rotten slice of pizza me and your mom got. What? Yeah, all good, all good.
Oh,
But
my goodness.
it was a good time, and I'm glad we went and glad we
Yeah.
done all the things we done, and we met so many people, and it was cool. New York's crazy now. It is. I
Yeah.
seen the Naked Cowboy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Fun.
that dude, he's a
It's
trip.
a must see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, happy anniversary though too. That was part of your trip. Yeah.
That was the main reason for the trip, was the anniversary. She wanted to do something, and we had talked about going to Australia or whatever, but you know how Australia is right now. So
yeah.
I was like, well, we'll just keep it here, you know, little in the U.S. So that's what we did. We figured we'd go to New York. We had never been, and like I said, if you ain't been, you should go at least once in your life. It was a trip, and my tour guide was the best tour guide I could have possibly had. It was Mr. Dean Kowalski himself.
Yes.
Yeah, we literally
finalist.
we crashed at his mom and dad's for a couple days, and then we went up in New York City and crashed at his place, and he took us around the city and showed us everything. And listen, I could have killed him in the game, but you know what I mean. Like Dean is he's good people. He's a good guy. And I think he had a good time too. And actually, what's funny is it seems like he's always there for all of me and my wife's big moments. You know what I mean? Like I was supposed to propose on the island, and he messed that up for me. He was here. He was here when I proposed in after the season. We proposed that summer, and then he literally officiated my wedding. And then he was here. He was taking pics and making videos on the 1-year anniversary. So it's like, I told him, I was like, you should get a pizza tattoo too.
Yeah. You guys are like a throuple.
No, and you know, it's funny. He literally thought about it, and he's like, and then afterwards he's like, I'm so jealous. So who knows? Maybe he'll get one later, but it was, I think it would have been hilarious if he would have got a little piece of his own.
Funny.
That'd been hilarious.
So you are obviously keeping Dean in your life. Who else did you see from your season that you liked? Like, who else are you in touch with?
Actually, there was a lot of IOI people that went to the premiere. Me, Tommy, Jason, Aaron, Dean, Missy, Lauren, and I think that's it. There was like 7 or 8 of us there. It was huge for my season. And then, you know, there was a ton of other ones there too. Ethan Zahn showed up, which I didn't get to meet Ethan.
Cool.
I was too busy socializing. You know, making my way around the crowd. I went table to table, son, shaking hands and kissing babies.
I bet you did. I bet.
Well, I just figure if they're gonna come to an event like that, then the people should take the time to get to know other people. You know what I'm saying? So I made it a point to walk around and talk to everybody. So I missed out on a few. Michelle Fitzgerald showed up. Tajia, what's her name? Is it Tajia? Is that how you say her name? Tia. She was on Survivor. What the hell's her name? I can't pronounce it. It's TJA. Is it TJA? Is that how you spell it? Anyway, she was there.
Oh, I don't even know.
Y'all know her. Y'all know her. She's the one that dumped the rice in the fire.
Oh, okay. I don't remember her name though.
It's Tajia, right? I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Okay, we believe you.
Anyway, she was there. Wendell Bryce. There was a ton of big brothers there. Tommy, Christian, Jessica, Kimmy. I mean, it was just. There was a ton of people.
That's amazing. How fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was so fun.
Okay, Jatia?
Jatia, there we go.
The chat's on it.
Dang it, Tajia. What the hell was you thinking? I was close.
You were close. You had
the letters.
You know, I don't know words. So it was like Tajia. Is that her name? No, but Jatia. She's super nice. It was cool just to meet everybody. You know what I mean? Like I haven't met a lot of those people, so it was really cool to mix it up a little bit. So
and you are you still best friends with Lauren?
Oh yeah, me and Lauren we went to the Statue of Liberty together and went to this thing called The Edge. We were shooting TikToks. I don't know if y'all caught it or not, but she had me dancing and I can't dance, but it was a good time. Yeah, me and Lauren's big friends. Me and Chelsea. I actually went to Chelsea's dad's house in New Jersey.
Oh, and wow.
I hung with the Walkers and we went to dinner and he took me for ice cream and like it was, I sent pics to Chelsea. Like I took pictures by her baby pictures and stuff. And I took a picture of myself in her bed and I sent it off. Me and her dad at the ice cream shop. He's got his arm around me and stuff. Like it was so much fun. So me and Chelsea are still big friends. Like I'm friends with a lot of people from my season. I just
how can
really
they not be friends with you?
Yeah, true.
Well, I mean, I probably don't make the effort like I should a lot of times. My best friend of 25 years will tell you, like I message her once every 6 months or something. I'm not a texter, I'm not a caller. So I tell everybody, it's like, yo, once you're my friend, you'll always be my friend. You just might not hear from me. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
you can reach out anytime. It could be 8 years from now, and you just holler at me, and it'd be all good, like we never missed a beat.
Yeah.
Right.
But I still stay in touch with a lot of people from the show.
That's awesome.
That's so great. Well, we're so glad that you came back to Nerdtainment. It's been a while because, you know, the world had to take a break and whatever. But we finally got a survivor back.
I know.
So let's look at who Elaine drafted and let's see if she has major regrets.
I forgot. Who's my people?
Look at this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Elaine, actually, when we were drafting, Elaine did steal like most of the people I wanted. You've got Evie, you've got Liana, you've got Ricard, Brad, Tiffany, and unfortunately, you just lost Voce. But that is your team.
You know what's crazy? I literally almost have everybody from the one tribe. I got half of the one tribe, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, tribe doing not so well.
I just realized that I have
5 people, right? On the same tribe? No. 4 people on the same tribe.
4 people on the same. Like, why did I do my reasoning?
Well, we didn't know. Well, we might. I didn't know tribes because I did the same thing. I have just about everyone on one tribe.
Well, they better turn it around here. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Evie, Liana, and Voce are all on Yasa.
Yeah, that's
and Tiffany. You have Tiffany. Yeah.
Tiffany. And then is Brad and Ricard, they on different tribes or the same tribe?
No, they're on the same tribe.
Yeah, they're on Yaua. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
you don't have anyone from Luvu, which is the tribe that's killing it right now.
Let's hope they all lose from now on. Let's hope that.
Yeah.
You only have 4 points. That little 4 up in the corner there, that's how many points you have. David and I are kicking your butt right now.
Wait, what? See, this is why I can't do when I phone it in, I suck. Look what happens when I phone it in. That's terrible. 4 points.
But I honestly feel I wanted Abby so bad on my team, and I feel like she's in a good spot. I think Liana's in a good spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you got people who are gonna last a while.
It depends on how the next immunity challenge goes, because if they lose one, they're in a bad situation.
Well, do you think there's going to be a swap coming up? Because that's what they were talking about the last episode. Everyone's speculating when the swap is going to be.
What I was thinking is like maybe they would shuffle those 4 to the 2 other tribes, like.
Oh, I see. Just fold them in to
fold them in. Tribe. They haven't done that in a while, and they doing new stuff. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Good.
I mean, they could remix them. They really could mix them up, like you said, and do a swap, a whole new swap. But I think it would be more interesting if they would split them.
Yeah.
But I do too, because who knows what long hair Jeff's doing? You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah.
He's doing stuff totally different. So who knows what he's gonna do?
Yeah,
he is. I feel like with this small amount of people, 2 teams would be fine at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking. 2 tribes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. But if they swapped it up, how many people started out? 18?
18, yeah.
And how many's gone now?
Now there's 15 left.
3 are gone.
So they couldn't do like a swap, could they? Like a mixing it up swap.
Well, they could do. I mean, if they want to do 3 tribes again, they could do 3 teams of 5 when everything
Oh
settles.
Yeah, see, this is why you're the brains of the operation. Yeah, because I can't do math, and you totally just worked that out. So you're a genius. You're a genius right now. You worked that out so fast, and I was sitting here counting my toes, trying to figure out. So okay, 3 tribes of 5, they could do that.
Right.
I still think it would be so more interesting if they would split them.
I think you're right. They'll do something unexpected because they seem to have rethought every aspect of the game this season.
Yeah, and that's typical. It's like they start with 3, then they swap it up, and then they go. You know what I mean? Like they do that same thing. I think it'd be more interesting to split them up, but we'll see. Let's hope that they do a whole reshuffle. That way, I got some people on some different teams.
Yeah.
Well,
so you lost.
Who are you liking here, Elaine? Do you like any of these people
on my tribe? the people. I mean, the people I picked on my draft. I like everybody that's on the picture. I really do enjoy all these people. I got to meet David and Liana. I got to meet them. I talked to Ricardo on Instagram a little bit, and nice. I think they're all really great people. And I didn't get to meet the other three and talk to the other three, but I'm sure they're great too. Yeah. And I enjoy watching them on the show.
Yeah. Are you worried about Tiffany's last episode?
Yes, I'm stressed the F out. She needs to calm down. Yeah. Like she totally listen, I talked to somebody and I told him, I said, she reminds me of Karishma and Nora combined. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
boy.
She's a Kenora. She's a Kenora. So like the frantic paranoia, like flighty, not participating in challenges very much. Like it just all brings me back to those two. The problem is that one or two things are going to happen for Evie and Liana is she's either going to get kicked because she's nuts or they're going to keep her to the end because she's a goat. So either way, like you did yourself a disjustice because now you've weakened yourself going into immunity challenges when in the very beginning of the game, it's all about strength. I keep preaching, and they did it on my season. I keep preaching this. It's like, you can't play day 39 on day 1. You have to like let it ride for a little bit and then pull out that big move-itis towards the end. I think they kind of jumped the gun a little bit with voting out David. But at the same time, I don't want to knock their strategies at all because they don't see what we see or they may see something that we can't see kind of thing. So I don't want to knock them. I kind of want to wait and see what's going to happen. But playing Survivor is super tough. So I don't want to come down on anybody for the decisions that they make or like be like, yo, that was so, what the hell you doing? I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. But
how hard it is. Yeah.
At the same time, it can be rough. So let's hope it pans out because I really do like Evie and Liana. Like they're super cool, and I think that I would love for them to go to the end. And if any of my gay peoples can take the crown, I would be marching in the parade. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm pulling. Ricardo and Evie's totally got my 1,000% support. But like I said, I like all of them. So it's like, can I just have everybody on my team and then that be it? Like, be done with it.
See, I think Brad on your team kind of reminds me of Nora too. He has Nora energy. He's a little all over the place, running through the forest. I mean, he's got Tony energy too, like hiding in the bushes and all that stuff.
You know what's funny is when I was in New York and we were watching it, me and Dean was talking. He's like, that guy kind of reminds me of myself. You know how he's like, oh, I'm gonna vote you out or whatever. Like,
you
know what I mean? Like he puts his foot in his mouth, so to speak, kind of like Dean did. And that's the first thing Dean noticed was his bumble. Well, it wasn't a really mistake, but it just didn't register that maybe he shouldn't be saying that kind of thing.
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody. Right. Yeah, like Dean. Oh, we're going to split the votes. Like, what the hell? But no, he's totally, he too needs to calm the hell down,
Yeah.
But it is 26 days, so maybe that's why they're out here running,
Right. They got to go.
Faster.
Although they just lost their down days, so I feel like they're going to crash and burn. Like they're going to be exhausted here in a minute.
And they have no food. They have no rice.
Well, that's what I was talking about with voting out Tiffany. It's like, again, not to knock Tiffany because I'm an older woman, I'm bust a can of biscuits and I didn't fare so well in the challenges either. But, when it's day 4 and you're already exhausted and you can't make it through, then you got to think about how does that help you down the road when it's like crucial for you to win. You know what I mean? Like I think it was a mistake not to get rid of her, honestly. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe she'll change her mind.
What about numbers though? Is there any value in like just having that alliance of 3 and sticking with your numbers, even though maybe one person isn't going to pull their weight as much?
No, well, I tried that on my season with me, Tom, and Vince. The problem is that, if you don't win, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Like it don't matter. And that's what happened to us is we kept losing. And every time we lost, somebody in my alliance was targeted. And so with Tom and Vince, it came down to me having to make a choice between the two of them. But so you put yourself in situations that you don't necessarily need to be in. If you can't win, you're going to break up anyway. So you might as well try to stay strong. That's the thing. In the beginning of Survivor, just like old school, I mean, they can call it a new era all they want, but the principle's still the same. In the very beginning, it's about strength. It's about winning as a team. So your team needs to be strong. And then after the merge, obviously it becomes individual. So in the very beginning, what you want to do is try to set yourself up with a strong team, but also try to play that individual game. That way, when it comes to the individual part of it, you're already set up, you know, but you don't want to chop your legs off or cut your nose off to spite your face. You know? So I think that's kind of what we're doing right now is like, we're thinking too far ahead. Evie was definitely in the best spot because she was sitting, you know, right in the middle of two alliances. She could pick and choose which way to go. But I think she should have kept her cards close to her chest a little bit longer. Boston Rob actually quoted something on Instagram. He said, you know, loose lips sink ships. And that's true. You know what I mean? It really is true. So Xander shot himself in the foot by telling everything he knew. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yes. Why? When people just start spilling about their advantages, I just can't get on board.
And then when he's like, here, read the whole thing. Here's the scroll. Just read it.
And then he told him information from didn't have nothing to do with it. He's like, yo, I got an extra vote.
Like,
bro,
he spilled it all.
He told all his, and I met Xander, and he's another one I met in New York, and he is a super cool guy. I really like him. He's an old soul, and he's just a really laid back, chill dude. But if I knew these things then, I would have been like, bro, shut up.
Yeah,
you know
right.
Yeah, so he wasn't trying to spill no tea or nothing, so I didn't know no details. But after it come out, I was like, man, why didn't you just shut up? I'm hoping he goes far because I really like that guy, man. He's a good person.
And he's like, he's there to play, but it's just that people are onto it. You know, they're like, Xander's playing really hard. We maybe need to get him out. You know, he just needs to be a little bit more under the radar.
But see,
I don't know, like keep your advantages secret and then they won't know.
Yeah, but he needed to be on my season because if he was trusting me that much, I would have been all in with that alliance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm all about some loyalty and some trust in some people. So it's like, if he shared his life with me like that, I would have done everything to save Xander, you know? So, I guess it just depends on who you're with and their mindset. You know what I mean? Right. I was with people that was cutting everybody, you know? So it's like, there wasn't no stopping it, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, though. It's going to be pretty good. I didn't watch the previews for the one coming up. You said that they had said something about swapping her or hoping
that's
that there
what
was a
everybody
swap.
everybody on Evie and Liana's tribe was just thinking like, we're going to be two people down now. That's too imbalanced. Like there's probably going to be a swap coming up, but
they're just guessing. We don't know. What did you feel about Evie giving away all of the information, hiking up that summit? Was that too much or was that setting herself up there?
No, I don't think it was too much. I mean, it was building some kind of trust, you know, and she protected her vote, right?
Yes.
So essentially she gave him an advantage.
Yeah.
So later on down the line, then maybe that, you know, she could, but you don't want to approach somebody and be like, you owe me, buddy.
Oh, no. But hopefully he thinks he owes her something.
So maybe if she can make it, because once again, if they're on the losing side of these challenges, they may not make it that far. But if she can make it back to link back up with him, then it might do her well that they had that little conversation or whatever. So I don't think it hurt her. There are times when you do need to share. It's just that's the secret. That's one of the secrets. It's like you got to fill the room and figure out when the right time that is, you know?
Right.
So we'll see.
David and I thought it was great, her building that trust, building that alliance with him. She was really just sharing information about other people, about Xander mostly. Like it wasn't her revealing her secrets, but we got a lot of comments. A lot of people thought that she overshared, gave away too much, and that was going to be a downfall for her.
Yeah, but did she tell him about Xander's extra vote and all that? She told him about all of it.
I think so.
I think so.
She definitely told him about the advantage, the idol / we're gonna say 3 phrases.
Well, I think what she done though is she probably put herself in the best light and put a big target on Xander's back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Great.
So
fine.
if you're not trying to rock with Xander, that doesn't really hurt you. I used to throw Aaron under the bus every day. I'm like, look at this guy carrying 6 coconuts. You know,
right?
You know what I mean? He's so strong, you know. So
yes.
I would throw shade at Aaron all the time, which he didn't need none, you know, especially from me. You know, he didn't need none, but it helps you. It really does put the target on the other people. The problem is if you're throwing everybody under the bus, what's that say about you? Like, are people going to trust that or whatever?
Well, yeah, because then I feel like Deshaun could look at this and say, like, okay, you're telling me all this stuff about Xander. What are you going to turn around and tell other people about me? You know?
Yeah, that's the problem you run into.
Yeah.
So only time will tell on whether or not that all pans out for Evie. But like I said, I'm here for Evie. I wish nothing but the best for them. I hope they make it all the way to the end and take the title, even though I want to be the first lesbian winner. If we have another one before me, I would be okay with that.
Yes. Well, Dolores is asking you, Elaine, how you feel about them taking the Flint away when you lose.
Dude, I think Jeff is. I think he needs help because he's got a little. Yeah, he's a little sadistic at times. Like, yo, that's sick, yo. That's dirty. Because I'm telling you, like, people don't understand. It gets so cold on the island. Yeah. And you think, oh, you're in the Fiji, you're on Fiji Island. It's so it's colder and damn it, your clothes are wet. The breeze coming off the ocean, you're freezing, and to be able to make a fire, it just lifts your spirits so much. It makes you feel so much better, even though things are still shitty. So to take that away from them, that's dirty. And you know what I picture is like, even if they get a fire going. And they're like, all right, if we're going to go to this challenge and lose, let's keep these embers burning until we get back and we'll still have fire. They probably got production over there kicking the fire until it goes out. You know, just so.
Right.
I mean,
just
I don't know. Them. Yeah, I don't know if they are because I don't know exactly what the rules specify. If they're legit, like, yo, you will not have fire, they'll put your fire out.
Wow.
But if the people were smart, they would, and listen, there's ways to make it happen. Unless you're in a torrential downpour, there's ways to protect your fire, to keep it going where you at least have something, a little ember or something whenever you come back. So hopefully they're being smart enough in doing that. And hopefully it's not to the extreme where Jeff's like, yo, go put that fire out. You know?
Yeah, right.
So I don't know though.
Did you guys ever make fire without Flint on your season?
Yeah.
Nah, it took so long to make it with Flint. Well, not all the time, but you know, on the days it rained, it would take so long to make a fire that if you had to do it without Flint, I would probably die before I could make. You know what I mean? Like, because it really was like I remember Janet and them. They spent like an hour just nonstop, just working on it because it had rained the night before, and because everything's wet and damp and this, that, and the other, so it takes a lot to get it going. So doing it when it's pouring that's rough, man. Yeah. And when you're trying to shield it from the rain and trying to like make you a little thing to keep it. We actually made a little stand to go over top of ours out of bamboo.
Smart.
Yeah. And production hated it. Because when we sat around the fire, all you see with this, you couldn't look across to the other person. All you see was the stand in front of you. And so for shooting camera angles and getting people's faces, they hate it. They actually made us take it down from time to time. Just so they can get because we left it up all the time, and they're like, "Yo, it's not even raining, and you still got this big, architectural design, redneck engineering like laid out." It's like, can you? So we started taking it down when it wasn't raining to, just so they could get shots and stuff. But then we'd always put it back up whenever it started raining, and then it also served as a clothesline where you can lay your clothes, but you got to be careful because burnt my shoes up, burnt some socks, I burned everything. I would walk and my shoe would talk. It would flop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you got to be careful with doing stuff like that. But it come in super handy. So hopefully, the people out on the island, on season 41, hopefully they were doing some of those things and trying to outwit the game a little bit.
For sure, yeah.
Let's look at David's team here.
Yes. All of my color photos, because I don't have anybody who's been.
That's right. David has not lost anyone here. David, you got Chantel, or we're calling her Shan, I think.
Shan, right.
JD, Jeannie,
driving me crazy.
Heather, Sydney, and Xander. How are you feeling about your team now, David?
Well, I don't know much about Heather and Sydney yet, I feel.
Right.
Because they're on, Luvu and just doing great, it seems. JD talks too much.
Yes.
I was like so into him preseason because he was a super fan, just seemed really like energetic about the game and, had studied it, seemed really smart, but he just is too excited. He's just so jazzed to be playing Survivor.
When he told his lie about the summit, it reminded me of when Nora was telling her lie about her island.
Yes.
It was terrible.
Oh my God.
It was terrible. Like, he struggled with that, and instantly Ricard's like, okay, I'm not buying nothing you're saying.
Yeah. Well, also he's like, we're riding in the boats and the wind's whipping through our hair. He's like writing a story, it's like.
So he gives all these details about these little, like, this fly landed on my shoulder.
Right.
And then when it's like, okay, so what'd you do? He's like, wow, it was, he's like, him hauling and Kate answer. It's like, yo, like, what's going on?
Yeah, he was like weaving this like story, this like beautiful picture, and then he like turned to lying like that, and he's like, I don't know. Well, okay, so there was like, maybe, you're like, what just happened? Obviously, you're lying.
He was hoping that if he put so much detail in the stuff that really didn't matter, that you would forget about the vagueness of the stuff that did, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
I think he's in a little bit of trouble.
I think so too. Now, Jeannie, I thought was going to be the Elaine of this season, but I'm not sure. We haven't
seen much of her.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of her, and she kind of cast. I remember in that one tribal that she was in, she like voted for Ricard, and nobody else voted for Ricard. So it's kind of like, is she just in her own game? Like, who's she really with? Does she have any meaningful alliance? I'm not sure.
Well, I think she's on the island of one right now, but but she's still got time though. You know what I mean? Like she's still not in a super bad spot right now.
Mm-hmm.
And with the fact that her and JD on the same tribe?
Yes. Well, her and JD and Shan are all on a tribe.
And it's Ricard.
And Ricard.
Yeah.
And Brad.
Yeah. So I think
most of Ua there.
I think that JD has gotten himself in a little bit of hot water, so it kind of takes the target off Jeannie, because she might be targeted because being the older lady, that typical happens,
right?
So she could shield behind JD might be in a shield for her right now without him knowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I am interested in this relationship with Shan and JD here, because it felt like she kind of flipped things and saved JD.
She did
at that tribal, so she really seems to want to work with him.
She did, but
he seems to want to work with her.
Yeah,
I don't know about her. She seems to have alliances left, right, and center.
True.
Yeah, I think that the playing back and forth between the two alliances, I think that gets you in trouble sometimes.
It's tricky. Yeah.
If you can play it perfect, it can work out great for you, but you gotta watch it, and I think she's doing a little bit of that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it pans out for her. I don't want to knock nothing right. It's too early to start knocking, you know what I'm saying? So,
for sure. But you're right, she's kind of like the Evie of her tribe. Like, she can go either way right now, but it's easy to get busted, like all people have to do is compare notes, and then all of a sudden they realize that Shan's working with everybody, and
right.
But I don't think she's in a terrible spot, you know what I mean?
No,
I think she's got really great potential to go pretty far, actually. And I'm here for it. So
me too. She's my pick to win, actually.
Can we talk about
can
we talk about Heather and her dream?
Yeah, let's talk about Heather.
Can we talk about her dream?
Yeah, tell me about it, because I haven't watched that secret scene.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Lord, people, you got to watch the secret scene. So Heather has a dream.
Okay.
And she wakes up the next day, and she's basically telling Sid, she's like, you stole my torch. In my dream, you stole my torch. So of course that means you're trying to get rid of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she goes on this big, and she keeps bringing it up, and then Sidney's kind of laughing it off, and then after a while, she's like, well, maybe she really thinks I'm coming to get her. She's like, yo, Heather, I'm not trying to come after you. Well, then they flashed to Heather in a confessional, and she's like, I made the whole dream up. I just want to get rid of Sydney. And I'm like, oh, what? Yeah, you got to watch those secret scenes, man. Go to CBS, the Paramount Plus thing, and go to those extras and watch those secret scenes. Because some of them's pretty good, and that was a good one, man. She was...
that is funny.
So she basically made it up.
Right. Yeah, I heard that people are loving Heather and that she's, gaming. I mean, we haven't seen it on the show, but that's amazing.
Well, that's a new twist. It's like, yo, I believe in butterflies, come back as relatives we love. She's feeling that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's like getting in tune with that. She took those words to heart. And she's like, you came to me in a dream. You stole my torch. You got to go. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh my God. I love that she just completely made that up. That feels like something Sandra would do, like Sandra would just throw anything out there to start drama.
Yeah, or Tyson Apostle. Like, listen, when he was on the plane going to Winners at War, do you know that he was telling everybody that Sandra and Rob got paid a shit ton of money and this, and this? So he was planting seeds in their heads about how much money they were paid for IOI and all this, that, and the other. He said, I started gaming when we got on the plane. So it's kind of like that. It's like, just throwing stuff out there and seeing if, you plant those little seeds and it grows into something like, you know what I mean? So I thought it was great. I thought it was hilarious. So we'll see.
So good.
We'll see if her dream comes true or if
I know. I mean, we need to see
if Luvu ever
more
goes to tribal
of
council.
Luvu.
Right.
Yeah, like we're not getting to know them as much because they're winning so much. So you feeling good about your team here, David? I mean, you do have 17 points. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, I 17? Feel good. 17.
Y'all are multiplying and just plus and nine. That's some bull right there. 17 points. Yeah. Holy crap.
Honestly, for me, I think it's the two guys on my team who I'm a little bit worried about the most right now. Because they're both just playing a little too hard too early. Like Elaine said, you can't pull out that day 39 game on day 5, Yeah. So I'm worried.
They got that young, scrappy energy.
I think Xander, I think he's I don't want to say he's a savant of the game, but I think he's pretty smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though he's in a corner right now, I think he can work his way out of it. I hope
if he makes it to the merge, like he's one of those people who will win individual immunity over and over again.
I hope he does, because I'm telling you, he's a good dude. Like I met him, like I said, and I really it's so crazy. I say this, I'm rooting for all of them, basically.
Yeah.
So we'll see though. But listen, the like when I met David in New York, I apologized to him. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I picked you on my draft. And I was like, wait a second, scratch that. I said, I actually was forced to take you on my team. I said, I'm sorry, because now that I met you, I think you're super cool. I met his boyfriend. I was like, I think you're super awesome, so I take back everything. And literally all it was is he was mean mugging in his photo, and I didn't know how I felt about that.
Yeah.
But also he was talking mad hype about being this like villain. Like he was throwing out
there was some arrogance there.
Yeah, and it was like, that's not who you are at all. What did you do? You like led us astray.
No, I think he kind of got done dirty though, man. It's like if we go back to what we was talking about before, if Evie and them would have sat down and thought about it, Evie would have been smarter to go with David and Xander, because she could have used them as shields, being fellas, and they would have been stronger in challenges. So I really feel bad for David that Tiffany flipped the vote to him out of sheer paranoia. It was sheer paranoia, because Xander was going.
Oh,
he was
Xander
a sure
would have
thing.
been gone. Yeah.
See, I think they either should have got out Tiffany or they should have got rid of Xander, because he's the one gaming hard out of everybody.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I would have flipped it on Tiffany so fast.
I would have. That would have been my play. I would have flipped it on Tiffany too, just because I know how hard it is. I know how hard the game is, and I know later on in the game how exhausted and tired you are.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're going twice as hard in shorter time, it's going to be even worse. And if you whipped on day 4, you're going to struggle on day 26. Trust me.
Yeah. Right. And if you're that paranoid on day 4, like imagine.
Exactly. I literally had flashbacks to when Nora, we were trying to pull a move on Tommy and vote out Tommy. And Nora kept going to Dean, and she was trying to get us to throw one vote on somebody else. And Dean was trying to explain to her we didn't have the votes to throw away. And she's got seashells out, and she's counting the numbers. And she's like, no. And we're like, Nora, no. Like, it just did not register. She couldn't fathom, like, how we couldn't do this, and this. Yeah. And I think that contributed to Dean, like, not just wanting to rock with craziness. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to get her in trouble down the road, that paranoia. Like, that's day 4 and you're this paranoid. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Right. Elaine, Shelly is asking in the chat if you have an opinion on the come on in, guys.
Well, I didn't mind it personally. Like, I don't think it's a big deal. However, Survivor and Jeff, they're trying to be PC and all inclusive. And I totally understand that from their viewpoint. And Ricard saying something when he was out there, like the day before or the day of, it doesn't matter. That's how he felt. And so Jeff, wanting to be all inclusive, went with that. And it's like, how are you going to bitch about that? People are sending Ricard hate and coming at his neck and different things. And it's like, listen, I don't want to cuss, but it's a fucking TV show, man. This ain't like, it's a TV show, and everybody has an opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion as well. But don't send hate to people, man. Don't come at somebody, send them death threats over some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Especially since it's crazy. It was not Ricard's idea. This was Jeff and the producer's idea. They just posed it as a question, and Ricard explained why some people would prefer the guys be gone. But this is not Ricard's doing. He didn't come on the show saying,
and that's
the thing. Changes.
If Jeff didn't want it to change, or if he didn't want whatever, then he should have never posted that question to the people.
He wasn't going to bring it up.
He should have just said, "No, this is what we're doing." That's it.
Yeah, exactly. He just should have changed. Like, why are you making a big, scene about changing it? Just change it. You obviously had many internal conversations about this phrase as producers.
I think in their mind, though, they were sneaking. It's good to show the people that we are talking about it. We want to take people's ideas in account. I think they were just trying to show that they're open. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm with you. I think if they were going to change it, they should have just changed it and not made a big production about it. But
because I think that it would have come up in press, like fans would have noticed that he's not saying "come on in, guys." It would have gotten asked in like an Entertainment Weekly interview, like, "We noticed you changed," and then he has the opportunity. Well, we decided as producers, guys is not inclusive, and so we just changed it. Yeah, that feels like more authentic to me than like doing this whole, parade of, "Oh, what do we think?"
Right. No, you're right, but I think he just wanted to put it to the people. That was playing that season. I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll ask that question every time.
Yeah, maybe.
Because like when he says come on in, guys, he's not talking to Mark and David and Elaine sitting at home on the couch. He's talking to the people that's on the island. So maybe he proposed that question to them because they're the ones hearing it every day. And you got some people that are part of the LGBTQ community and stuff. And maybe he just wanted to make sure they were all right. So if you look at it from that point of view, it makes you think about it a little bit different. You know what I mean? It makes you think it's like, well, he is talking to the players that are playing the game in the moment, and he is going to be saying that shit to them. So maybe their opinions are the ones that matter. And I think that's kind of where he came from. It's like, yo, the people that's right in front of me are the ones that matter, because he probably gets 1,050 million messages about what he should or shouldn't say. Hate you for saying it. You know what I mean? Right. So I think he played it right by asking the people in front of him instead of polling America. If he polled America, Lord, we'd be recounting that election God knows how many times.
Which is what we're in the middle of now. Everybody's got an opinion on this stupid guys thing. It's like, it's just a word, people.
Yeah, but I got a solution to all of it. You know what it is? All he got to say is, "Come on in, y'all."
Exactly. That's what
Problem
he should say.
solved. Jeff, listen to me. Just say, "Come on in, y'all." Done, fixed. I was telling somebody else on another podcast. I was like, yo, if they said "come on in, y'all," that's it. How's anybody gonna complain about that?
Exactly.
No, you can't complain. So, y'all is perfect. Such a great phrase. So inclusive. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Exactly. Us country folk, we know what we talking about, y'all. Yeah. So here I am out here solving survivors' problems. You're welcome.
That's right.
Solving the world's problems.
There you go.
Hey, you guys, here's my team. I also have 17 points.
What the hell? You got 2 people gone. How you got 17?
Because 4 of those people are on Luvu, and Luvu is killing it.
Who's doing this math? Who's doing the math? Because this is ridiculous. I have 4 points. How do I have 4 points?
Yeah, you picked people from
what
the
are the
wrong
points?
tribe.
Wait, what? I would need to know the point system. Like, what's it for? Because I think y'all keeping some of mine.
We stole some of your points. The points so far, because not much has happened. So everyone gets 2 points who wins immunity. So if you have people on Team Yasa, you ain't getting no points.
There we go, right there. Okay, you explained it. Yeah. Dang it. All right.
Yeah. And then a couple people who got advantages, like the they risked their vote in the first episode and got the extra vote. That's an advantage, so you get 1 point. But the bulk of the points right now are just who has won immunity. And luckily, apparently I picked everyone that's on Luvu. So
that's everybody that was on it?
The 4 that are not kicked off the show. I got 2 black and white photos there. Sarah and Abraham left first episode.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you for that. Jeez.
Hey, Sarah is so sweet. She is so sweet.
Come on. Why can't we keep the one named Sarah?
No, she was. I met her in New York as well, and she is so super sweet. And it was really good talking to her. I obviously I didn't know in the time that she was going to be going home, or I'd have been hugging her neck and pumping her up, because I know how devastating that vote out is. I know not first out, not being first out or going home early, but I'm just saying the vote out in general. I know that hurts. Same thing with David. I know it hurts. So it's like if I'd have known then, but. It is what it is, but she's a really great person. I hate to see her go. And
I did too, but she got played. Boy, that tribal, they tricked her and everything not to flip her coin.
That's nuts.
Dang.
I would have flipped if I would have felt that way. I would have flipped it. I don't care. That's like I played my idol because they were telling me not to play my idol. It's like, yo, I just blindsided these people and they're telling me to keep it in my pocket. I'm playing it. I don't care if I wasted it. I'm here tomorrow. I think Sarah should have done the same. It's so unfortunate that she did.
Yeah. Well, I don't know too much about my team yet because we haven't gotten a ton of Luvu stuff, but I'm loving Deshaun and Erica and Danny and Nasir. I'm loving the little bit that I'm seeing. So I feel good about my team here. I'm mad that I lost 2 people in the very first episode, but I'll take it.
I think that, is it, how do you say his name? Nasir?
Nasir,
Nasir. I think he may be in trouble down the road. He's showing he's too strong in certain things. Yeah. In some of those secret scenes, they were showing how he come from wherever it was he come from. Like he come from like meager beginnings, like and didn't have running water, this, that, and the other. So he's a really resilient man, and he's super smart when it comes to like building fire and doing different things.
Right.
And it's making him putting a little target on his back. So hopefully he can downplay that some in the future.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he was like just waiting and he was finally like, I'll go ahead and make fire for us. Not doing it.
Yeah. So
I can do this.
Hopefully he calms it down though, because I'm afraid that they're just looking for reasons now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because they've been winning and stuff, like every little thing that people are doing are getting on people's nerves, I'm sure. And so hopefully he steps in the background a little bit, because I think he's in a leadership position, and that's the worst place to be in the beginning, is in the leadership role. It's because everybody points fingers and blames you when stuff goes wrong because you're the leader.
Yep.
So we'll see though. And like you said, I don't know anything about the rest of them. I know. Danny played football, right? He's an ex-football player.
But he's playing that down a little bit, which is smart, And
what's the other girl's name?
Erica.
Oh yeah. Oh, where did Elaine go?
All right, bye. She didn't like Erica.
I hope her phone didn't die.
Oh, I bet it did. She was like, my phone's on 70%, guys. Let's see. In true Elaine form,
Well,
it probably
that might
died.
be it for Elaine.
Let's see.
She's
back.
back.
Let's see if she plugged in.
What the hell, Sarah?
Happened?
You kicked me out. What the hell? You told me
we were like, her phone died.
No, I still got, let's see. I still got 28%. I'm good.
Hey.
I was like, who kicked me out of this? I wasn't even talking bad. Somebody kicked me out.
I did see Sarah looking over to the side for a while.
Yeah, I
did not.
How she was
She's
going to
like,
kick
all
you
right,
out of this.
this bitch is boring me with her. Click. Yeah, I seen you do it.
I
It's
would
all good.
never.
No,
I was telling you that Erica is the other one on my team.
Yeah, see, I've seen her on TikTok.
Okay.
Which is funny.
Erica?
Yeah, I didn't even know she had TikTok or anything, but I have TikTok basically to follow and watch Lord Ashley Beck's videos. That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's all the only videos I really watch, and then there's some other funny stuff. I love the animal videos and stuff. I think they're super funny. So when she came, I guess it's because I like the follow the Survivor TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So she come across my screen, and I was like, oh, but I didn't really go to her page and look into it too much.
Yeah.
So other than that, like I really know nothing about her. So it's kind of hard to be judgy.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to be judgy right now.
Yeah.
We'll be
but she
judgy
was
later.
one who was, in her preseason stuff, she was very much like, my outdoor skill is being friendly or something funny like that, where she has no Survivor skills whatsoever. Maybe she's just playing it down and she's like secretly like a Survivor savant, but she at least seems like she has a really fun personality.
Yeah. Well, who was it? It was Ricard that had said in some of his pregame stuff that he was super funny and he didn't know if he should tell a bunch of jokes.
Okay.
I commented, I was like, don't say it. Just keep them to yourself. You put a target on your back when you be super funny. So for the Erica, same thing. Don't be that person. Don't be me.
Yeah.
Don't like make people laugh and have a good time. Don't do that. Sit in a shelter and sulk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just zip it.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut. Like, don't be a great personality. Just sit there.
Save it for just your confessionals so that we can see it.
Yeah, see, that's what I should. Why didn't I do that? Like, why didn't I just sit there like,
you can't help it. You're
and then
too
like
good.
in confessionals, I'm like, I don't know what the hell these people,
Right.
Why didn't I do that? That's stupid. I'm not
now,
the sharpest.
Are the producers like telling you like show your personality in the tribe? Like, are they encouraging people to act any kind of way or?
No, when you're in camp, you don't talk to anybody but the people on your tribe. When you go to confessionals, they ask you questions. Like they'll say, okay, tell us what happened today in the challenge. And so it's your job to reenact, recount, whatever.
Got it.
To come up with your own words to tell the story. And then they may guide you in a sense and be like, you had a conversation with so-and-so. What was that about? And they may guide you in those sense, but they're not like, all right, now tell us, say it like this. You know what I'm saying?
Say something funny, right? Yeah.
Now tell that one joke you said a couple hours ago. Remember that one? Yeah, they're not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
like the Big Brother producers in the diary
room. Is that how they do that? I heard that.
I feel like they feed them lines in the Big
They
Brother
have to. It sounds like they're all scripted.
Listen, there's no way that they go in there, and I would be the worst contestant ever because I can't remember jack. Like I struggle with my memory. I don't know if it's my age or just my IQ. I don't grasp it. So like when they go in there and they give like this happened on this day, that happened on ain't no way. So they gotta be like teaching them a few things, right? They gotta be feeding them something. I don't know, but they don't do that on Survivor. Just for all the peoples out there, they don't do that on Survivor.
Yeah. I think we lost Sarah there. She looks a little frozen to me. What about you, Elaine?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your face is frozen.
Yeah, I was looking like this because I need my glasses on. I can't see nothing. But her face is definitely frozen.
She's thinking.
I can only imagine what I look like.
At least your mouth's closed. It's closed. So
yeah.
But you have this weird look on your face.
Oh no. Great. Well, you guys are all frozen.
There you go.
Oh, you're back.
Well.
You're back.
There you go.
All right. I'm closing out everything. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Stop playing on the computer. I know what you're doing. You're setting us up. You're setting us up. You're adding them points up over there. That's how you got 17 points. You're distracted while adding. That should be against the law.
Look, Elaine, you killed us last time.
You
Season
did.
40.
Oh, did I?
Said.
Oh, I should have a belt. I should have a belt. We should have made belts.
Yeah.
I'll get you a big old buckle.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go to Walmart.
WWE.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy one of them WWE belts. And then we'll have like one of those boxing things, those toys that punch each other in the face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then when y'all win or I win, like we could crown somebody else the champion, then you'll have to go buy a belt.
I like that.
That's a great idea I just had.
Yeah.
It is. We love it.
I wish I would
on the back.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that before we started this shit. Dang, I'm always $1 late and a day late and a dollar late.
And a dollar short. Yeah.
I can't even say that shit. Couldn't even say it. Yeah, I messed that up too. So yeah.
Oh wait, jelly donuts. That's right. Elaine asked for fried chicken last year when you won.
Oh.
And nobody got
what? I never sent you any. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
It's some bullshit. You could at least send me some. You could have sent me some coupons for Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's right down the road. That's what you should have done.
All right,
I'm glad she remembered that.
I gotta write this stuff down. I gotta get you fried chicken and a WWE belt. Okay, I'll get on
Somebody
that.
read that to me. I can't read that.
Yes. What about your torches from Tribal? Are those still lit? Can you do anything with that fire when you're at camp?
No, they put them like you walk off, and this little guy takes them from you and puts them in a rack, and they're out. They get put out, and then when you come back to Tribal, then they'll load them up, put them on the boat, give them to you when you get off the boat, and then you walk up to camp. They're already out.
Oh, so they're transporting them back to camp for you.
They transport them for you because they can't trust a bunch of yahoos to pack them.
You'd set everybody on fire.
Yeah, and when we get in the boats, it's a boat that's under. We're covered, so it's not like you got all kinds of room and stuff. So that would be a disaster. So they actually transport them for you, and then give them to you when you step off the boat, and then you walk up in the camp, and then. Whenever you go to Tribal, when you walk down the beach, you pass them off to somebody and they load them in a different boat.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that's so interesting.
See, inside tea. That was some inside tea right there.
Production tea, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Another thing I want to know, Elaine, that's new this season is the way that this idol is going to work, where all three have to find it.
I want to know.
Say these phrases.
I want to know who was smoking the weed that come up with these sayings.
The phrases.
The butterfly one is not too bad, but I can't remember what the broccoli one was. But
broccoli or like a bunch of small trees or something like that.
Yeah, like who the hell was smoking the dope on that one? Like what?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's just so crazy. And see, like even after the first saying of it, and then Xander telling everybody knows about it now. Yeah. So it's like, if you do find the thing, you can't even be excited because you're going to have a target on your back because now everybody knows you have an idol.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't like that. If they were going to do it, they should have gave you phrases that wasn't so far-fetched. You know what I mean? It kind of related.
How delicious is this going to be for him to talk about butterflies over and over again until someone replies about broccoli? I mean,
he may be there 26 days talking about these butterflies.
I know.
I think that's horrible. I think it's horrible. I don't know. I don't think this will be one that they bring back. I could be wrong, but I think it's so
I just
bad.
don't know if it's going to pay off because who knows if those other idols are going to get found. And then that means that Xander, if he makes it to the merge, is making it to the merge with no vote because he has no vote until these idols are found.
I know. How ridiculous is that? No vote.
I love it.
That's
so much.
insane. Yeah, now that part of it was actually crazy, and that's super risky. And I think for all the advantages they're in the game now, I do think they need to make people work a little harder and add in those risks to it. Makes them work. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like the phrasing. I don't like the, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that at all. I think it's super weird.
Yeah.
Wait, can we talk about Jeff talking into the camera? Do y'all like that?
Yes, please. Oh God, no. What is happening, Jeff?
I was confused. I was thinking about the idol one where they showed him putting the idol in the
I
tree,
thought that was
when
good.
Tiffany was. I thought that was good because I have heard in the past, like people, the castaways find stuff based on the camera, zooming in or like being directed in a certain way. So that kind of eliminated the need for them to do a close-up shot of the tree because they've got this whole separate thing, with Jeff hiding the idol. But I didn't like the thing right before tribal when they're walking in and he's like summing up the strategy or whatever. I'm like, we don't need this.
No, my thing is that you have the players do confessionals to sum up the story for you.
Yeah.
And the show is about them. So why take 30 seconds away from them to give your 2 cents? When you talk enough at tribal, Jeff, come on, you talk. And it's like, I kind of get it. He's trying to make it more interactive. And I think they're doing a lot of it for the kids, honestly, to get them more involved, in the show. And those of us that have been watching the show for 20 years, we're like, what the hell is this? Like, Jeff, you know what I mean? But if you think about it, again, in those terms and that spectrum or whatever, he's trying to appeal to the youngins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's
like teaching them the game.
Yeah. So I can't fault him for that. It's like he's trying to keep Survivor alive and bring new people in. The problem is that the people that's been here so long and kept it going, they don't like what you're doing. Right. So it's like you got to find a happy medium. You don't want to piss off. Yeah, you don't want to piss off all the loyal customers that keep coming back. Just getting new ones. You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand it.
I mean, but if you're going to do that, if you're going to talk to us straight to camera, it needs to be useful information. Like hiding the idol. Okay, sure. Now at least we know where it is. I can handle that. But just saying this could be a crazy tribal. But either way, somebody's going home. Like that's not new information for me.
Yeah.
That's
you know what would be great if Jeff was actually on the island hiding in the bushes. And he's like, Brad's running down the beach to try to beat Ricard and them to the whale. Now that would be some entertaining.
He's like a live commentator. Yeah.
yeah, that would be great. But like I said, I understand what he's trying to do. I get it. And it's like, this guy has been doing this show for 21 years. And there was a point in time when Jeff's like, yo, I think I'm going to walk away. And they gave him a little more creative power and he decided to stay because it made it new for him. You know what I mean? When you have this creative outlet that you're able to do whatever, it makes it more fun for you and more enjoyable. So I think now it's gotten to a point where they're really trying to focus on bringing new people in. They're focused on a younger crowd, trying to get the younger people to watch in Survivor, so Survivor can stick around. And if we're real Survivor fans, that's what we all want anyway.
That's what we want, yeah.
So it's like, Jeff with the new flowing locks. It's like, man, I don't fault you, brother. If you can keep this thing going until you're dead, I'd be happy. You know,
right?
I'm here for it, right? So
we don't want it going anywhere. No. Elaine, how far away do you go for these confessionals, and can you ever eavesdrop on them?
No, they make it a point. Say like if you picture your camp in the shape of a triangle, right?
Okay.
If you go, they'll say, all right, I'm going to the point of this triangle. You can't go down this path. They'll take everybody to the point to do confessionals just in different spots around that point, right? And then they'll make sure that all these paths that lead to that point are cut off where you can't get to them. So there's no way to eavesdrop on confessionals because that would really be messed up. When you're in a confessional, you're supposed to be completely open and honest with your feelings and what you're thinking and your strategy and this, that, and the other. And if you got somebody building a spy shack, it's like, that would totally ruin
That
everything.
would be too much.
So they make a point to make sure that there's no wall that's crossed with that one. So
nice. Hi, Jess. Thank you so much for stopping by. Jess from Big Brother. Elaine, thank you. I know this took us forever to get you on the schedule, but we'll start planning now to get you back on the schedule.
I'm a busy lady.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
I'm a world traveler now.
You are.
I've been all over the country, traveled around the world to Fiji anyway. So it's like I can't stay in one spot. I'm hard to lock down.
Yeah.
You know.
So true. So true. Well, you've got a long way to go with your points, but we will keep
Let's not talk about that, Sarah. We were doing great until you brought that up. But yes, I need to. So my people on my tribe, on my team, my draft team, please, let's get it together next week. And let's start crushing Sarah and David a little bit. Let's throw a little salt on them.
I mean, I think your team has the ability to do that. So I'm not worried about it at all.
I got my fingers crossed. Real quick, can I just say I actually played in a makeshift Survivor game in Minnesota over the summer. It was called Live to Give, and it's a charity organization where you raise money for charity, and the winner, all proceeds go to a charity of their choice. That's actually premiering tonight, 7:30 my time on YouTube. So if you guys want to tune in for that, don't forget to subscribe so you can watch future episodes and stuff. That would be super cool. What's
that channel?
It's on YouTube. It's Live to Give Minnesota.
Live to Give Minnesota. And is that the one that James did with you?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. James from Amazing Race. You got McCrae from Big Brother.
All right.
Bert, I can't say his name. I call him Old Burger from Amazing Race. Listen, I couldn't remember people's names, so I was just making shit up. So I couldn't.
Of course.
So his name's Old Burger, and he's from Amazing Race. You got Jack from The Circle, Aaron Meredith from my season. I mean, there's a whole bunch of us, and it's fans versus favorites versus famous. And it premieres tonight at 7:30 on YouTube. Live to Give Minnesota, and like I said, all proceeds go to charity, so it was all just for fun. And it's a small organization, but it's a really good one. The guys that run it, Brandon and Alex, they're super great people. And I would appreciate if you guys go tune in, watch it, subscribe to it, get the following up a little bit. But I just wanted to make sure I throwed out my 2 cents, my little pitch for people to watch.
We love it.
Yeah. No, that's a great plug. We'll definitely check that out. I was looking forward to that. I saw you guys post about it on social media. Anything else that you're doing right now? Are you
I'm back at work.
Oh, you're back at work.
I'm back at work, so I'm working around the clock. I really don't have a lot of free time. So I don't spend as much time on social media as I had in the past. But still, if you ever need to reach out to me, holler at me on Instagram or Twitter at Elaine Stott 32. I'm always down to make new friends. And I always holler. It may take me a little bit, but I always holler back. So message me anytime. And thank you guys for having me. I love coming on and bullshit with y'all.
Yes,
and one of these days we're gonna hang out. And Sarah, you're gonna fry me some damn chicken before this is over.
Yeah, I'm personally I'm not, but I will buy it for you.
Okay.
Some good. My husband is a fried chicken connoisseur. He will find the best one for you in this area.
There we go.
And we'll get it for you. We're gonna also get you back on here and talk more about Survivor. We'll fit you in whenever you are available for us.
Yes.
So
it's a deal.
We will do that all season long. Thank you so much, Elaine. And thank you everyone in the chat for joining us live. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks,
and
guys.
if you're joining us later, make sure you leave us a comment and just tell us how much you love Elaine in the comments.
That's right.
All the Elaine love.
Or you're entitled to your opinion. Everybody's entitled. You can send the hate too. I'll take it.
No, just love. That's all we allow. All right. Bye guys.
Bye.